what would it be like?
Again, you're asking what if. I could, who knows? We could have lived ourselves in this scenario, and the end of humanity could have happened. We could be living in a utopian dream-like state.
Yeah, but when people,
we could have imported some Native Americans back over to England and add some diversity to that gene pool. I mean, lots of things could have happened.
Yeah, we might say.
But well,
Father Alpha Centauri could have come down to this planet and conquered mankind. Who knows?
Yeah. In India, it was a religion there. This one guy, he was going around killing, choking, and then sacrificing the blood to their god. And he did it so much. He is the killer of his religion. Up to, I think it was 400 people he killed by himself. He choked them to death with a coin stuck on his pad, and he wrapped it around their neck and gave, I don't know what you call that device, but that's what he used. And there was a religion over there, and went to spread all over to other places, and other places learned from it and did it.
Well, so you draw the parallel here. I want to go ahead and say that you draw the parallel here, because when you talk about Trump and what he's doing with this Bible thing, yeah, when you have a leader who's losing confidence of his people, and his mind control, charismatic mind control is not working, his police state's not working, he's got to resort to religion to get those hardcore white Christian MAGA followers, conservative Christian. Whoa, yeah, of course, he's just using every card he's got in his deck.
Yeah, but that's a dangerous thing. Look at the past. When people do that stuff, look what happens.
Some 2 cents. If what happens if the Confederates won the American Civil War, so it was the Civil War between North and South, right?
Yeah.
If the Confederate won the war, it would be like the Vietnam War, where the North Vietnamese won.
Yeah, but what if they picked up and kept up on our way of looking and thinking?
Yeah, that was way more than 2 cents, buddy.
You have to way.
America would be a communist country right now.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. Because you had each of them things going to the other direction, and anyone else. Look how the U.S. is now. You go and start talking about you attacking their neighbors and all that. The UN is. Why is it that when country does it, that other places are ready to go and get mad about it? If you're part of the UN, it's a thing that I don't want to hear how one. Like everyone has the right to be here. The religion, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I'm referring to where
I've never criticized any individual of a religion. I can comment and criticize a religion.
I'm referring to
I can also criticize a political
a little bit of both
concept. I can criticize an ideology.
Yeah, but it makes me a little worried when people take it.
Right to criticize an ideology. May that be religious, may that be political, may that be any other ideology.
Yeah, but when it goes beyond a little bit of country, but where when they go and wants to do the thing like the church used to do about go out and I can't think of that where they was fight under God's name, and innocent people getting killed from some preacher who wants to send people off to do what he wants done. It's a thing that I get a little irritated. I get scared about.
People, it's not the same as criticising. Being critical of a thing. You can. Sure, there is a line between being critical and then causing violence. You can all be critical of things, but I'm not expecting just because you're critical of something, you're going to go out and start.
Well, I'm referring to what people with what the right hand knows and what the left hand knows. That's a dangerous thing. Yeah, with church, for what they say in the past and all that, it's hard to say if it's true. But when people get high in power and all that, as they say, power corrupts. And stupidity runs supreme.
Well, the idea
talking about my stupidity.
Bible readings, and it sends all the wrong messages. It just shows somebody who's desperate to indoctrinate or to enforce indoctrination to the last bit of people that are supporting
Let me explain something
just to solidify some sort of standing.
You gotta be careful about the word stupidity when it comes to the people I hang out with, because I hang out with a lot of stupid people. Just be careful.
Stop hanging out with stupid people, then. Don't do that.
But on the opposite side, the monarch of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is head of the Anglican Church. The head of the Vatican State is the Pope, the head of the Catholic Church, and they've got responsibilities to uphold their faiths. They represent
well, see, I think a lot of that is actually that's actually meant though.
He's the head of a representative church.
Well, like with Ireland,
I really don't.
The thing about democracy, you're not supposed to have some representative of God in the presidency. You're supposed to have a cool dude that's voted by the people. Okay, so I know there's parallel there, but yeah, that's the whole point of our government, our democracy. We want to take church out of state, So, but then again, Trump beefing with the Pope, he polarized himself because essentially now dumb. And I think that's another reason why he wants to do this whole Bible reading thing, to show that the world that he's talking first in the way, somebody read the Bible first.
Another argument of that is that the Pope is the head of the Vatican City, therefore the Vatican State, a UN recognized country, and so he's a political leader as well. It is for the president to communicate with other political leaders.
Yeah,
that's fine, but having a rivalry and a beef, that's they're tearing each other down. That's kind of defeats, the whole exchange.
Treat one better than the other.
States are supposed to be working together.
Yeah.
And if you're beefing, then I mean, you literally have to define yourself even more when you come in contrast with someone else.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, I don't know why Trump would put himself up against the Pope. I mean,
that's the ego.
So the Pope, apart from being a leader of the Vatican State, he's the spiritual leader of billions of Catholics and or Christians, and when he's looking over things that are happening in the world, and he offers his proposes his view and opinion on how things should be done. The president could choose to listen to it or not. So
even if the view may be contradictory to the premise of the doctrine of the church.
Well, no, I don't think
possible.
I don't think that's your theory, and I know you've sent me a clip that makes that claim, but I don't think the Pope's being contradictory to the teaching of the church.
No, because that's where he tried to cover up the sexual thing about the children.
This is like it's the same thing that goes on to families or paternal corrections within the family, right? You see a brethren doing something wrong, you tell them that this is not how you should be doing things, and you should be making some correction on the way you're proceeding with things. The brother could choose to listen to it or not, and if he doesn't listen to it, and he end up creating disaster for himself, that's his own, it's his own free will, and he's free to do that. But he's been warned, right?
That's his stand and no one else's.
Yeah, but
if he was turned out to be pretty dumb, or ending up looking pretty dumb, if there was the advice given, he ended up not taking it, and the result was disastrous, right?
Yeah.
So there's that to wait. There's people all around him advising him on what would be the good moral way to approach thing, and if he rejects it and go about his own thing, then that's his own, that's gonna be his legacy.
And I love the fact that he's also being manipulated. He wants to use this ploy to manipulate people, but he's also being manipulated because he only understands the language of money, and these are where people are going to buy the $3 Bibles with his signature on it. You know what I mean? And I think
he's selling Bibles now.
All people are doing. There's such a hatred. What's it called? Hatred. There's such a dislike for Donald Trump in the US at this present moment. All people are taking the stance buying Bibles because his name signature with it.
Yeah, but he does a lot of stupid things on both sides. Not all bad, not all good. But when he goes and tries to do something good, he doesn't try to make it out. He doesn't explain it more in detail. Like what's happened over there in Iraq.
Not the best communicator. That's evident.
Now, when it comes to this Bible quoting thing, now that's where
reading. How did the president of the United States start?
Now the thing that they're arguing about is this list of participants that are involved in it. They're saying is overwhelmingly includes Republican politicians and Christian supporters of Trump, and it shows that it shows it to be very much a right-wing MAGA Christian nationalist effort, according to Brian Kaler, author of The Bible According to Christian Nationalists, exploiting Scripture for political power.
It's mostly swayed by the evangelicals.
Yeah.
He may have a point, but I can also point out that this author, from what you've stated, seems to be somewhat politically questionable.